I had a couple of people ask about my new peg tube, my Mickey port, and how it differs from the other tube that I had. So I was gonna show you how I hook up to it and show you how I hook up to my feeds with my new angled Mickey port tube. Alright, so it looks like, you remember the other one, it was taped, it was a long tube and it was like taped. I had to permanently have it taped like under my armpit because it was so long. So basically this one kind of looks, oh sorry, there we go. So it just kind of looks like a, it's very flush. It's really good, so you can like barely see it. So basically what I have to do, instead of having the tube already in it, I have to attach a tube. So I have to, after every use, I have to boil the jug and use the end fit syringes to clean this little attachment here, which I don't know if you can see. It's got little markings on it. There, possibly. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So what happens is I have to here we go. Open this up and click myself in. Click, and then it turns around to lock. There we go, all done. And then I have to do my flushes. So I have this really nifty, really cute cup actually. Look how cute this cup is. I love it. So basically this is an end fit syringe. So it's got screw sort of fitting on the end of it. So I do 2 of those, and I'll do that now. And you always have to make sure that your you close your little hand brake here before, because the pressure in your stomach can sometimes eject stomach acid or spit water back out at you. I'm currently in the process of the tubes are different sizes. So my original peg tube, the dangle tube, was bigger. The stoma was bigger. So my stoma actually has to heal around this new tube, and it's smaller, so there has been a few leakage issues, and leakage by I mean I drink water and it comes out straight away. But it is healing. It just takes a while, so I'm a bit dehydrated. So if I seem a bit spacey, it's because probably I am. So, but it's healed up a lot this week, so it's just slight leakage now rather than like everything that I'm eating and drinking. All right, so I did this one. You screw it on. You take off the little handbrakey, and you just sort of stop and start, same as before. I'll just do a small flush for this one because I actually just did a flush before, so when I was cleaning. Alright, put the handbrakey back on. Alright, and you close those little things. Now, basically, what I have to do next is hook up my feeds. And I will show you this. This is my trusty feeds bag, a backpack. It's actually a specialised backpack I bought off Etsy, and I will remember to tag the store I bought it off because they were lovely. They're from America, and so it's a normal backpack, but it's got like holes in certain places, and in the pocket at the front there's another hole, which really helps when and it's also got like a space to hook carabiners inside the back here. Now, basically, Dev and I found an issue with these is that the back, because it's not solid, it causes the feeds, because of the weight of the feeds bag, because it's a litre bag. I'll show you. It's a litre bottle, so it's quite heavy. It was causing the lines to kink because of the weight of it, and then the machine keeps beeping constantly at you, which is the last thing you want when you're already aggravated because you're on feeds attached to things, is it beeping constantly. So Dev, being salt of the earth and little inventor and just problem solver that he is, he got like a bit of MDF backboard and drilled a hole in it so you can kind of see it at the back there. So it's not glorious. And then he also put some Velcro strips down the bottom to pull the line tight so you can loop it under it, to make sure it's taut and you don't get any kinks in it so it doesn't beep. It's probably to save his sanity as well as mine, because it does beep, you know, at 5 a.m, 2 a.m, 3 a.m. What else? In the front pocket of the bag, I usually put the pump, which is my Infinity Flow Care pump, same one as before. And in here, in the front package, I always have to put a spare benefit syringe. And for repairs, trust me, this stuff is golden. It's it's a type of plumbing tape. It's like it sticks on itself. What's it called? I think you know what I mean. It's not plumber's tape, but it's like it sticks to itself, and you can use it for water fixing pipes and stuff like that. So it's like pipe fixing tape. It is so useful when you don't want to go to hospital and your tubes break. My other tube was like 90% this tape by the time I got taken out. So good. I remember I had to go to emergency once because it was broken, and they had to cut off so many layers of this, and the bottom layers had perished because I used so much of it, because it's so useful for like quick fixes, for pressure fixes on the rubber tubing. Alright, so what I do now is I have to set up the feeds. So it's kind of the same as before. So I get my giving set, which is what it's called, the pack set there. And I get my Nova Source GI, which is a litre of goodness that keeps me alive. And I open this one up. Alright. So with this one here, same as before. So you loop it over and through. Oh, there we go. Hook it in. And then you open up the Nova Source. And you take the little off the end of it, and you just pierce the lid of it, the Nova Source, and you screw it in so you hear the click. There we go. And nice and tight. Alright, so that one's done. Now what I have to do now is I have to hook up the machine into the bag. So basically there's a carabiner, a little tiny carabiner in here. Oh, hang on. I'm going to take it out of the Infinity pump for a second, because I just realised I've got to put it in the bag and I can't get it through the holes. Hang on. Alright, so what we do is we get the giving set, the feeds, and we open this little nook here, put in the bag, and we get the carabiner. Now without this, I wouldn't be mobile. I would be attached to, I've got 2 IV poles that I got from an old hospital in the US that were really cheap, but there's like small table ones that you can extend up to about 1 meter. So I use one, I've got one in my craft room, and I've got one in the lounge room. I tend to use this one at night because I'm on 16 to 18 hour feeds, so I usually prefer to do it overnight, because otherwise I can't, it's like a pain during the day. So yeah, so I usually have this at night, so if I need to go to the bathroom, I can get up really quickly and not just like have to take myself off an IV pole and carry my feeds bag with me. Alright, so we hook this one up onto a loop that's on the back here. Hook it up, just make sure it's all good. Alright, and then I attach the loops at the bottom of the bag to the line, so it doesn't come undone. Here we go, where are we? Alright, there we go. So now I have to pass this through the hole that goes to the front pocket. You can see it here. Pass that through the hole to the front pocket, and then I'll attach it back up to the feeds machine. And now the other tube, because there's 2 tubes, remember? This one here, I have to feed through the back of the backpack, not the front, because there's a hole at the back that makes it easier, and you get more line to attach it to yourself. So I feed it through the back, like so. Alright, so now that's all done. Make sure that alright, zip that up. Alright, and I'll attach it to the feed machine, the flow care machine. Alright, attach you back. Turn the machine on. There we go, it does its thing. Ready to go. Alright, so what I have to do is I have to prep the line and do the fill set button. So it brings the feed all the way up to the end here, and leaves no air in the line that can get into my body, which can cause problems. So you go fill set, and you hear that sound? It's ready to go. It's doing its thing. Now, yeah, so basically the new port is really amazing because I can hug people now. I can wear clothes that it doesn't rub on my bras, it doesn't catch on things, I don't have tape permanently attached to me, I don't feed out of my armpit. I don't, the problems with it are then basically just having to wait for it to heal, the stoma to heal around it because of the different sizing. Yeah, just getting used to it. Like after having the old tube for so long, it's like hard to get used to it. Peg tubes are not something you get used to. If you ever had a nasal gastric tube, you kind of get used to it over time, but you do not get used to a peg tube. You do not get used to a big hole in your chest. There's no comfort. There's no place you get to an ease with it, unfortunately. But this one's nicer because I'm not knocking it on things. It's still healing, but we're getting there. Alright, here we go, nearly at the end there. I'm just going to stop it just in case it doesn't stop itself there. Oh, just see, look. I'm getting really good at this game. Alright, I'm just going to put the cap back on for hygiene reasons while I put it back. So put this one goes into the front pocket of the feeds bag. It goes in not quite nicely. I bought this one especially for it, and you can choose this lady that makes these bags on Etsy. You can get holographic ones and coloured ones, print ones. It's amazing. I also got some badges. It says "Don't panic, it's just a feeding tube," that I wear sometimes if I'm wearing a cropped t-shirt or something. You might see and people stare. Just why not? You know, I'm gonna have some fun with it, eh? Alright, so that's all in. Alright, so I usually just either wear it or I just sit at the bag next to me. So what happens now? Oh, hang on. That's a very long strap there. Alright, so I look like I'm going to school, I don't know. Alright, so this one is basically like the old tube. So it screws in. You take off the cap. Alright. There. So it screws in just to that. Not too tight, just a couple of turns. There we go. And then what we do is we get the brake off. I'm going to take it off again. And I'm going to press play, press start. And it's on 65 mils an hour. I go between 65 and 67 depending on what I can take. And then I go stop start. That's the sound. And there we go. That's me off for the day with my little feeds bag. The next, 18 odd hours. This will be me. So yeah, that's how it differs. My tubes differ. And a little info sesh, something a bit different. But yeah, so that should answer any questions anyone have. I hope everyone's having a good day, and if you're in Melbourne, bless you for surviving the last lockdown, and let's try not to have another one because that really sucked. Alright, you guys, keep being wonderful. Love you all. Bye.